Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com, and today I have another layout process video using my homemade page kits for the How to Kill a Kit with Style monthly collaboration. And today I'm doing another multi-photo layout, just two photos. As usually happens, I usually have a horizontal and a vertical photo. And this is something I always struggle with because one, it's very hard to work with two orientations, and two, there's only so many things you can do with that orientation. So I'm working with a page kit that I made back in the end of December, which I have all these videos about making those if you're interested. I'll have those linked down below. And this happens to be one of my favorite pattern papers from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection, the floral paper. And I'm pairing that with a Simple Stories Life in Color teal watercolor paper, and I'm going to put that as the border piece here. So you'll see me layering these together. And I'm not sure if you noticed at the beginning, there was a third sheet of paper, and it had a cut apart also from the Simple Stories Life in Color collection, and it happens to be has a graph side, and then there's some other pieces on it. I chose it for the graph side, but what ends up happening is I end up not using it at all. So that'll just go back in with my page kits, and if I need it, I'll use it. But it's okay if you make a page kit and you don't use all of it. Another thing I pulled out was some ribbon. This yellow, buttercup yellow, is absolutely adorable, and I wanted to pull out some ribbon because the flowers, and they just made me think of ribbon, so I pulled out some yellow ribbon, and you'll see me, I laid it down there on top of the doily and next to the photos. But first I want to, I think, layer behind my photos some different pattern papers to give it a little bit more of a pop. And right now I'm looking through the 6x6 pads that are with my kit, and I looked through all of them, and I'm not 100% happy with what my options were. A lot of them could go, it's just not kind of what I was looking for. I do pull out some scrap pieces though, some wood grain pieces that I end up using, which is nice. And then I go to this Bow Bunny, I think it's called Early Bird collection, and I use some of those, and this yellow one was the best one. And if you guys remember, a while back there was a photo that I had ruined while making a layout because I got adhesive on the front of it. This one happened the same exact way. Now most photos I can get the adhesive off just fine. This one, no. It's this photo, I got them printed matte, and I think that's the difference between them, is that most of my photos I get printed glossy. It's just easier, I like the way they look, but this time they're all matte. Although I don't think I ever ordered matte photos, so I'm not sure why they're all matte, but I'm really upset with the quality of these ones, and I'm not sure where these ones are from. They might be from Shutterfly or from Snapfish, but I really don't like them. I'm going to be ordering the different ones from now on, the glossy versions, not the matte versions, because I do not like them. I do put it on there anyway. I just plan on getting it reprinted and then sticking it on top of that other photo just so it's there and ready. That way, if this photo does go back in the album, it still looks fine. It's just that there's a little bit of adhesive on the photo and it looks weird, that's all. But I don't love it, so I do want to get rid of it and then replace it with the same photo, just reprinted and hopefully better looking. But if you guys didn't know, the photos are of a DC trip that we took. This happens to be the FDR Memorial, Franklin Roosevelt, and it was a very beautiful memorial. There's waterfalls and fountains and a lot of, I think they're bronze statues, don't quote me on that though, but there are a lot of statues. And we took photos with this one, which was really interesting. There's also a little gift shop near there, and although it's small, there's also a lot of historic items in it, like registries or books about the history of FDR and his presidency, which I thought was really interesting. And this was one of the statuettes that we took photos with. I did take photos of the other ones. Sometimes I find I don't need to scrapbook something that I've seen, but something that I'm with, I'm more likely to scrapbook. So these ones we took photos with, so I'm more likely to scrapbook them over just the picture of the statue by itself. Because this proves that we were there. This is what I looked like when we went there. This is what it looked like when we went there, sort of thing. So that's kind of what I went with there. So I glued down the giant doily, which was very beautiful, and then all those paper layers. And I also put a little pocket there behind the right photo to put a tag in so I could do some hidden journaling, because I really like hidden journaling over regular journaling. And here's where I ball up some different ATG glue spots to put my ribbon down. It was very picking up every so often, so I wanted to stick that down. And I ended up just tying a little knot with this yellow ribbon instead of a bow. The bow is just a little bit too dainty for the topic. I mean, the florals are dainty enough, the doily's dainty enough. I just thought it didn't need a bow to add to that. So I just did a little knot to give it a little bit of something. If you guys remember doing that on cards back in the day, that was like a thing everyone did, was add little bows and stuff to their cards. I'm breaking out the ruler tape washi again because it's my favorite washi in this kit. It's my favorite washi I own. And I just put it over the photo on the right, and I made sure not to stick everything too hard down over there because I do want to slip another photo underneath. So you'll see me layering on top of it, but I didn't put the extra adhesive under there because I wanted to put a new photo there once I get it reprinted. So I'm going to have a cluster to the right of that photo and then one in the top left of the whole page here. I did include this clip. It's a barrette sort of clip from Maggie Holmes, I believe. It was gifted to me and I liked it, but I ended up taking it off because it didn't really match. The pink didn't match, and then the gold wasn't necessarily something I needed, so you'll see me take that off later on. Right now I just glued down a Click Kits acrylic piece, and it's a little heart that I've had in my stash. And now I'm going to go back to my resin bucket and grab some flowers. I end up using some pink and mint ones, which, guys, I always use pink and mint. Is that a color that you guys see often from me? Because I feel like I don't use it, but here we are using it again. They are prevalent colors in these collections that I picked, so I know that a lot of them will have similar looks. And then I pulled out my Amy Tan word stickers, which are in this kit, and I end up going for the gray ones because the blue were the wrong shade, the yellow were the wrong shade, but the gray looked okay. Kind of pulls out those darker tones of the photos and the leaves in the background there. So I thought that looked fine and that it would end up working fine. So I end up pulling out some of those. I'm not sure what the sayings are on that one. I think one says to-do list because this was on our to-do list. We had a lot on our to-do list for DC. And then I end up making a third cluster. I end up pulling out this yellow piece here, and this is a chipboard sticker by American Crafts, and I think it's from Dear Lizzie or Maggie Holmes. I always get them confused. But it says delight in the everyday moments, and this became not an everyday moment, it became our thing. When we lived in Maryland, we'd love to go to DC whenever we could, whenever we had a spare weekend without anything going on. That was something we really loved to do, especially if the weather was great, like it was here. It was a really, really fun trip, especially this one. We used to do so much on our DC days and walk miles and miles just to see all the stuff we could. Here I pulled out these American Craft stickers, and these sort of have a glossy look to them. They almost are, they're not puffy stickers, they're almost just like hard enamel, but I just titled this FDR with some black stickers, and I really like how that looked. I do need additional adhesive on the back of these. They do not stick very well, especially if I take them off the pack and try to put them back on. They do not stick very well. So I end up just gluing this on. I didn't go for a fancy title. I just went with his initials, and they only have lowercase in this alphabet set, and I thought that was fine. Here I pull out the tag that I want to use. I end up going with a cream tag. I don't have too many white tags, and although that this layout has a lot of white on it, I thought the cream looked fine because of the yellows I was using, and that background paper sort of has some creams in it as well. Here I end up stapling down some other things since I did some staples on the tag to keep the ribbon in place. And that's pretty much it for this layout. I am going to add some sequins. I ended up going with 50 Sock Hop, which has a beautiful light pink in it to match the background. And then I also end up using Elegant Winter for the nice black touches. They have little black ones, which help tie in the title a little bit better. And I also tucked in a sticker earlier that says Today on the left photo at the top there. And that's from Webster's Pages, just so you guys know. And then I used Hexa Frost because it has a beautiful tealy green blue, which matches that outskirt paper. So that layered our whole layout. But that's pretty much it for this layout. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys are interested in purchasing Spiegel Mom Scrap Sequins, don't forget to use my code Caitlin15 for 15% off your order. I will have as many of the products that I used on this layout linked down below that I can that are still available in case you guys are interested. But thank you guys so much for watching. Here's the close-up look. I like how this one turned out. I think this is kind of encapsulating my style in general. Some cute little clusters, a simple title, the doily, the simple photo layers, but I am trying to try different things out. So let me know what you think of this one. Is this something that's kind of your style or something that's not really your style? I'd love to know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And be sure to give this a thumbs up if you did, and be sure to subscribe if you're not already, because there are more fun things coming. But thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.